y'all bubble while y'all in the bed sleep. Guess what they in there doing? Texting and on their video game all night long. So you wonder why little Johnny can't read? Little Johnny can't write. And the reason for that is little Johnny up all night long under the cover with these video games, texting these little girls, no nothings that neither one of them need to hear. And then you in there, they doze off at 5 o'clock. Then here you come at 5:30 trying to wake up little Johnny, telling him it's time to get ready for school. It just doesn't work like that. So you got to pay attention to what your young people are doing. Put them outside. I remember my daughter told me once, I told her to go outside and play. She said, I can't go outside and play, Mama. I said, why? She says, bugs out there. I said, well, baby, you know God created the bugs. And the last time I checked, they're not going nowhere. So you need to just get you about 3 or 4. I mean, she was horrified. What about a little bug, little gnats flying somewhere? But I'm just saying, when was the last time, and this is why I brought the hula hoop, when was the last time you all went through a neighborhood and saw somebody hula hooping? You don't see that, and most kids can't hula hoop. That's true. It just go around twice and hit the ground. Nobody does that. Back in my day, we had a thing called hopscotch. Y'all remember that? We used to out there all day long and play hopscotch. And we also had marbles. But let me tell you why it's not good to play marbles with me when I was growing up. I've always been very competitive. I like to win. Oh my God. Don't ever play with me. I am the worst loser in the world. So as long as I was getting all your marbles, all your pretty colorful marbles, everything was fine. If I lose one time, I'd take my marbles and go home. Just without play. But I'm saying, you don't see little kids in the dirt shooting marbles, because you know what? All the toys now in most of the stores, guess what? They're electronic and animated. Nothing to make trigger. You learn by triggering your own imagination. So my doll, I would twist her head 1,000 different ways to make her disfigure, and I tell her, you're going to be all right, because I'm going to operate on you, girlfriend. And you're going to be all right. But nothing, these kids don't have to use their imagination anymore. You know why? The games do it all for them. So now we're raising a generation of children that won't know two things. They won't know how to be creative, because all the games do it for them, and they're going to be devoid of things like sunshine and going outside and outdoors. They're just going to be children that's raised inside with no social skills either, because they tell me now, my young people at the office said, you're not supposed to talk to people anymore without walking. I get in their head too, just to see what day of the week they located on. And so I asked them, I said, it's not good to talk. They said, no, you're supposed to text people. So you're raising a generation of children that's not even going to know how to hold a conversation with a person. So we got to check that too. So that's the other thing. Now, so for the first time in history, and I'm going to tell y'all now what we're going to do about it, we are raising a generation of children that are overnourished and undernourished. There are more overnourished people than undernourished people in America because of the way. So that's what happened to us. We start eating wrong and we start exercising less. So just remember, eating wrong, exercising less. Eating wrong and exercising less. You have got to move the human body. So let me tell you what we're going to do about it. It's real simple. I want y'all to memorize this, and you're going to be healthy forever. I need y'all to remember just 4 numbers for me. 0 and 789. Can everybody remember that? 0 and 789. And this is what we're going to do about it. Then I'm going to open up the floor for some questions and all. 0 is the essence that I call it. Don't smoke. No stress, and don't steal. And I'm absolutely serious. And my mother always taught me, baby, if you lie, you'll steal. Worst thing in the world. And that bothers your health too, because either you wind up in jail, prison, or somewhere. But the 3 S's, those are the 3 S's in the world. Sometimes when we go on book tours and people just take the books on out with them, I said they were for sale, not for steal. It's a difference between for sale and for steal. So, you know, those are the 3 worst S's in the world, because like I said, steal, leak, lie, leak, steal, lie. Judge Judy always say you got to have a good brain to lie, because if you notice, every time you lie, it changes just a little bit. Just a little bit. The only thing stands is the truth. That is. If I say I was here on this day speaking to y'all, this will be true for eternity. If I said I was downtown, I may have to change where I was downtown and wasn't really downtown, etc. But the truth will always stand. So remember, the biggest deterrent to our health care is cigarette smoking. One of the #1 preventable causes of death is smoking cigarettes. But you know what's #1 in my book? I got under the dirty dozen that'll kill you quicker than anything you know. Stress. Stress. And people say, Dr. Walker, is stress worse than a big old bear running up in this office eating us alive? I said, let me tell you something. Me and you could jump up and battle that bear quicker than we could stress. I said, the one thing about a bear, if you play dead, he'll leave you alone. So me and you fight and don't win, just lay there. I said, you leave on out. They will. A bear, they think you dead, they don't want you no more. They won't deal with the dead. So I said, we lose, girl, just lay there and hold your breath. And he'll keep at you, and then they'll walk off and they'll leave. But stress releases all these negative chemicals from your body. When you get stressed out, you can't sleep. Your brains do not shut off. Your brain just go constantly. You laying all up at night, ooh, Lord, our OC is $45, and I can't even pay them. And your brain never shut off. So stress is just terrible, terrible, terrible. And excuse me, it sends your blood pressure up. People who have had heart attacks, the first thing the family will tell me is under a lot of stress, Dr. Walker, or a massive stroke, and here it comes. We've got to learn how to give things to Jesus and walk away. We can't control most things for real. You can't. And the least thing you can control is people. And guess where most of our stress come from? People with your last name. People with your last name. That's where it's coming from. Think about it. People with your last name is where all those come from. You can be feeling fine, and you pick up that phone to be your daughter on the phone. Mom, can you keep the kids tonight? Because I want to go out. Can you help me with the gas bill? Everybody that got your last name is where most of your, I would say about 95% of your stress is coming from. So you got to stop that stressing. So those are the 3 S's. Now the 7 is you want to exercise 7 days a week. 7. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 7. Some people say, oh, I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I said, so what happens to the body on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday? You just going down to 2. You can alternate what you do, and you can do something different. But you do want to try to do some kind of exercise. I don't care. The body does better when you alternate too. Like do some weights one day, or maybe a 20-minute walk the next. I'm not talking about going to a gym, staying 3 or 4 hours, but do some form of physical activity for the human body at least every day, 7 days a week. 8 is you've got to drink 8 glasses of water every day. Every single day. Water, the human body is water. Did y'all know that the human body is 70% water? So when you look in the mirror at yourself, you see your eyes, you see your nose, you see your mouth, and you go, girl, you kind of nice looking. All you looking at is a glob of water. Because the human body, if I dissected you, water, the chemical sign for water is H2O, hydrogen and oxygen ions. That's all we can see. So the human body is water. You got to give it what it is. It's like you take a fish out of water, he dies. You don't drink water, you will die. I have patients tell me, you know, Dr. Walker, when I get on about the water, they love neck rain. I don't do water. I said, oh, because I'm ready to trust me for them. I drink Pepsi all day long. I drink Pepsi when I get up in the morning. I drink Pepsi at work. I drink Pepsi for dinner and on my way home. And look at me like that little kid, like $9.99, kind of crazy. So I said, okay. I said, well, let me ask you something about your Pepsi. I'm ready. I said, would you take a bath in Pepsi? Why you ask me something like that? No, I wouldn't take no bath in no Pepsi. I said, why not? I would be sticky and yucky, and it would just be all over my skin. I said, let me tell you something. The inside of your body houses your brain, your heart, your kidneys, your lungs, all these vital organs. What you think they feel like? They feel yucky, they feel sticky, they feel horrible, but you dumping that Pepsi on them every day, all day long. When we were in medical school, they showed us a film of the kidneys when you drink water. Just smooth, just operating like this infrared camera. They showed that same kidney in a person drinking soda. Kidney went crazy with all that acid being jumped on it. So drink water and make sure it makes your skin pretty and makes your bowels go. I'm not talking about I got pretty skin, but people tell me that. So I'm just going on what y'all say. Y'all tell me that. So if you're lying to me, let me know. I just told y'all we ain't gonna lie. And still, remember I said we weren't gonna do that. But anyway, it's because everybody knows me know I drink a ton gallon of water every single day. It keeps your skin flawless and you'll stay ageless. You'll be 131 and a beautiful 131. So you've got to drink a lot of water. So 8 glasses a day, unless a doctor told you something's wrong with your kidneys or dialysis or something, at least 8 every single day. And the other thing that you want to do is make sure you get your 9 fruits and vegetables every single day. Fresh is better, frozen days. People say, that's a lot. I can't do all that. Oh, that's a lot. That's just too much. Yes, you can. You can start off with a piece of fruit, a glass of orange juice for breakfast. You can do at your midday snack before lunch an apple. You can get lettuce and tomato on a sandwich if you got it. On your way home, you can eat some more fruit, little cute bags of carrots. And then for dinner, you can have some corn and string beans. That's 9 right there. So you can do, you just got to make an effort to be healthy. Health just don't come by the clear blue sky. You have got to make your own self healthy. And it's a job, just like you go to your job 9 to 12 or whatever time you go to work. You got to work on that body the same way, because if you take care of that body, for sure, it's going to take care of you. And the last thing I want to tell y'all before I close is, I need you to stop, and this is the last S, returning to the place that God delivered you from. And what I mean by that is He delivered you from old crazy mean man or woman, because some of y'all women getting a little abusive too, and the old joker come and beg you back. Don't ever go back. If He delivered you from a job because you left that job because they hired a 19-year-old and told you, we need you to train your new boss, and you've been there 30 years, don't ever go back, because whenever you go back, it's like old Lot's wife in the Bible. When she looked back, she turned into a pillar of salt. So whenever God moves you, just keep it moving. Just my mother always told me, baby, just keep running and don't never look back. Because really, Lot's wife wasn't a part of the blessing. Girlfriend went right. It was Lot who was a good man, who the angel was saving. Lot pleaded with the angel to let them come along. Girlfriend was a part of all that crazy crap. And isn't it amazing in life how we got to look at ugliness one more time? It's like we just got to look one more time. Like, I'm going to give this old joker one more time. He been plucking me upside my head every Friday night. I'm going to give him one more time. And then he come in and plop you real good, you know. So whenever God delivers you from a situation, don't ever look back. Just keep on running. So remember, no stressing, no smoking, no lying, no returning the way He delivered you from. Eat your fruits, eat your vegetables every single day, and make sure you exercise. And then you can reverse those things that all of us talked about earlier. And before I leave y'all, I always like to leave y'all with something funny. And then I open up for just a few little comments and concerns. Because humor, did y'all know humor heals you? Humor is a healer. And the thing I want to use y'all with today is a little joke I just love. This is one of my favorites. I had a patient come in. Most of my jokes come from my patients too, because they take liberty to tell me everything. So a little patient came in one day, little female, she just crying. She was crying so hard I couldn't get out of her while she was crying. I grabbed my tissue and started crying too. So I said, this both of us in here crying. Then I said, why in the morning? Okay, now we got to stop all this crying. What's going on? She said, Dr. Walker, I just found out that my husband was a cheater. I said, oh! I said, who is that old floozy? Because outside we call women that cheat with married men, we call them old floozy. So I said, who is that old floozy? She said, and how do you know he's cheating? She said, Dr. Walker, that old floozy called me early this morning. That old floozy told me, girl, I'm just calling to let you know your husband cheating on both of us. And